We are going to start with Christopher from Agriculture.
Saving the bees has become a passion project for farmers, foodies, and slacktivists all over the world. As a result, most of the hype surrounding the pollinator decline focuses on a single species, the honeybee, which is unfortunate for the other 20,000 species of bee. This is because honeybees are sexy and come with taglines like, "We pollinate 1/3 of your foods." But just because honeybees are the most often used pollinator doesn't mean that they're the most effective. Think of honeybees as the Bart Simpsons of the bee world. Every once in a while they get the job done, but for the most part they're in it for themselves, or more to the point, the nectar. Wild bees, on the other hand, are your Lisa Simpsons. They've grown up learning how to get the job done effectively, and given the opportunity, they'll make sure pollination is the prime objective. This is especially true in blueberry fields. Although farmers truck in honeybees just in time for the blueberry bloom, wild bees are responsible for much of the crop's pollination. Farmers continue to rely on honeybees because they grow in huge colonies, and once on site, vastly outnumber all the bees that call the system home. So what if wild bees could become as numerous as their domestic counterpart? My research is designed to understand what about the environment surrounding blueberry fields promotes the growth of wild bees. We set about answering this question by measuring the growth of bumblebee colonies in 6 blueberry fields. We then compared colony growth to both corporate and land use data. 2 field seasons, 52 stings, and 144 colonies later, we determined that in general, bumblebees in blueberry fields are pretty happy. Across the wide range of habitats considered in my study, all of the observed colonies survived, though some produced more offspring than others. The most successful colonies came from a field that was not only next to a wetland, but was also the most complex and offered the widest range of pollen. Colonies from this most complex field produced more workers, more baby bees, and grew to be twice the size of colonies in the simpler landscape. This finding is consistent with studies that focus solely on the diversity of wild bees and points us to a more agroecological mode of food production. The consensus being that we should take a more holistic approach to farming and think of the bees, all 20,000 species. Thank you.